Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies. I'm Dan Illman along with Nicole Russo, and our Spa Baby race for Wednesday, July the 26th, kicks off at 50-cent pick four. It's race number 3, and we're on the Melon Turf course, going 5.5 furlongs, a New York bred maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies. Let's take a peek at this field, and Nicole, it's a big field. We've got several horses on the also eligible list, the 11, 12, and 13. They need some scratch help in order to participate, but a little bit of everything in this race. Plenty of first-time starters and an experienced runner in the number 7, Graham, who ran very well in her turf debut.
Yeah, and we'll definitely discuss her effort. But as you said, a lot of first-time starters in this race. These turf sprints are usually very good betting races anyway. And I think the number of first-time starters in here makes this a wide open field, and a number of young stallions who we'll get a chance to talk about who are pretty exciting. I always love trying to figure out what we're going to get from the freshman stallions at this time of year.
Breaking from the rail post is the number 1, Beautiful Thief, by the racehorse sire and Dialed In. This one sold up. $35,000 yearling went for $65,000 in May after breezing a furlong in 10 and 2. There is some class on the bottom of this pedigree. George Weaver had some success with first-time starters on turf during the Belmont meet, and I think it's a sign that Arad Ortiz gets them out.
Absolutely. I completely agree with what you just said about that combination of connections. And 10% is a very respectable first turf statistic for Dialed In, who didn't really look like a turf sire on paper, although there is a little bit of turf in his own female family. A lot of dirt on the bottom side of this pedigree, and this filly is going to have to break very well from the rail.
The number 2 is Love Thyself. This is a filly by a first crop stallion in Solomini. Let's talk a little bit about Solomini. He was kind of a precocious 2-year-old with a big, strong build.
Yeah, and that big, strong build coming from his sire, Curlin, who is a breakout sire of sires at the moment with the likes of Good Magic and last year's classic sire, Keen Ice, under his belt. A lot was hoped for Solomini from that hot sire line coming to the New York marketplace. He had some good 2-year-old ability himself, so certainly he is qualified to be a standout freshman in this state. Does have a couple of winners under his belt already, and I think he'll do okay with his turf runners. Curlin from that Smart Strike sire line has some versatility, and Solomini from the female family of the good sires, Midshipman and Frosted. And Midshipman's a very versatile stallion. He's got the good turf sprinter Lady Shipman and some others on his resume in that regard.
And there's some speed and class and precocity in Love Thyself's family. The dam was a multiple stakes winning sprinter as a 2-year-old on dirt. John Velasquez tabbed to ride for Mark Henning, who's gotten off to a nice start at this Saratoga meet. The number 3 is Mel's Angel. This is a first-time starter. Ricardo Santana Jr. takes them out. She breezed a furlong in a quick 10 seconds flat. Her dam won sprinting on the turf. Let's talk a little bit about her young sire.
Yeah, Leah Frick, another one who very good things are expected from. He started his stud career in New York, got his first crop on the ground, and while those foals were still weanlings, so no sale or race record to speak of, he moved to the Kentucky market to stand at Darby Dan. So that tells me that somebody really believed in this horse, really liked what they saw from those foals. Being by Candy Ride, he's another sire who should be versatile. His foals should run on dirt or turf. Mel's Angel, that quick breeze that you mentioned in March, did come on a synthetic track at OBS. There is some speed on the female side of this family. That being said, Leah Frick did his best work as an older horse. His big wing plate came in the Clark Handicap, and I do think his runners are going to improve with experience and with distance.
Melanie Giddings trains 15-1 on the morning line. The 4 is Being Betty. This is a daughter of Weekend Hideaway, a young sire. The dam was a stakes-winning turf sprinter. There's turf in this pedigree. Weekend Hideaway was a solid enough sprinter in the New York bred ranks. What can we expect from him?
Well, Weekend Hideaway got off to a bit of a slow start. Didn't have a winner in his freshman season last year, but is breaking through this year. He's the sire of It's All Coming Together, winner of a New York Sire Stakes division on turf at Saratoga this summer. He was just a rock solid son of the versatile Spitestown. He was a minor stakes winner on the turf at Belmont, so that's in there, but did do his best work on dirt, won at 5 furlongs to a mile, a 9 time stakes winner, grade 2 placed, just a rock solid New York bred who, I wish honestly would get some more support. He doesn't have that many runners out there.
And this dam is a half sister to It's All Coming Together, also by Weekend Hideaway. The 5 is Follow Your Arrow, one of the 2 horses with prior racing experience. This one goes out for trainer Chad Summers. Tyler Gaffalione takes the mount. This is from a very strong Phipps family, the family of Pleasant Home, who won the Breeders' Cup Distaff. This filly has high early speed. The stamina hasn't been there yet, but if she gets out to the front and gets a little bit of a breather, maybe she can threaten at a price.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that Tyler Gaffleone's been attracted to ride her at a price. Although she was 4th in her first start and then 5th in her turf debut, I think she did show a lot of improvement on the turf. She faced, I think, maybe better horses in that race, including another one running here, as well as a next out winner in that field. And she was beaten only a length and a half total. So I think she took a step forward, and perhaps with a little more fitness, she can start taking a step forward in the stamina department as well.
Number 6 is Barefoot Disco, going out for trainer Charlie Baker. Dylan Davis has the mount. She's a daughter of Disco Partner, a first crop sire who is an excellent turf sprinter on the New York surface. And the dam won her only lifetime start. So there is some speed in this family.
Absolutely. Just speed on both sides. Disco Partner, as you said, just such a fabulous sprinter for the Generazio program in New York. Just beat top horses, incredible speed, incredible turn of foot. I think this turf sprinting is exactly what his progeny are going to want to do. But I do think they're, another group that's going to improve with some experience.
The number 7 is Graham, and we're going to watch her first start on turf. It's her second lifetime race. Her career debut came on dirt against the boys, and she did not have a great trip. She broke from the rail. She was very fractious in the gate. She was checked and steadied in the opening furlong, and as you see, she has a long way to come, and she's going to make a very strong late run to get up for second.
Yeah, and she's faced good horses in both those races. That dirt debut that you mentioned against the boys, she came out of the Wine Stewards Dirt Maiden. He went on to win the Bashford Manor. She then improved in that turf race that we're discussing, and it's the same race where, the 3rd place finisher came out to win. So has faced quality horses in both races and a nice blend in the pedigree of speed and stamina and turf and dirt ability.
Joel Rosario retains the mount for Christophe Clement. The 8 is Saratoga Smokeshow. Carlos Martin trains. Relu Gutierrez has the mount. This is a daughter of Destine, who's gotten off to a slow start with his juvenile debut runners. He's yet to sire a winner, 1 for 16 with first-time turf runners. But the dam's a half-sister to Falbrav, who was just a super horse overseas. I believe a Group 1 winner in Italy, Japan, England, and Hong Kong. Maybe France, too.
Yeah, just an incredible European turf pedigree underneath there. Destine, who you mentioned, is a son of Giants Causeway. So we're crossing, kind of those stellar European championship turf bloodlines there. But this one, overall, the pedigree says distance and experience. I expect her to get her feet wet, so to speak, here and to come back with an improved effort in her second or even third start.
Number 9 is Heavenly Girl. Horatio De Paz trains. Manny Franco takes the mount. This is a daughter of War Dancer. Only 3% winners with juvenile debut runners, but a solid enough turf stallion. And Heavenly Girl is a full sister to 26 Black, who has earned a stakes placing this year sprinting on the turf. So it's an active female family and a quick bullet work on the 14th of July.
Yeah, you see that bullet on the tab for Horatio De Paz, who can pop with these horses sometimes, including here at Saratoga. War Dancer, as you mentioned, a lower stat with the first time starters, but, they do tend to improve. The Son of Warfront is really developing into one of New York's elite sires.
And completing the field is the number 10, Inca Mummy. This is a daughter of Sharp Azteca, who's a daughter of Freud, New York's leading turf sire for many, many years. A Sharp Azteca gets 10% winners with juvenile debut runners. The dam is a half-sister to a multiple stakes winning dirt sprinter. It's the family of Jockey Club Gold Cup winner Hainesfield. Much improved gait workout the other day.
Yeah, and you mentioned Sharp Azteca, a son of New York's leading sire Freud, getting a chance to bring that line to the Kentucky marketplace. I really like the chances for Sharp Azteca, who had that, kind of miler type speed that is, so considered so crucial to a good stallion. And Inca Mummy is bred on the same cross as a lot of the stakes performers you see on the bottom half of the family. Some of those are by Freud, and she's by a son of Freud.
The 11 through 13 are entered for the also eligibles. They're going to need some scratch help. So we'll take a look at our top selections for Wednesday's Spa Baby race. I think we both respect the number 7, Graham, the filly with experience. She's likely going to be the favorite in this race, and she's the one to beat. You're going to go with the 10, Inca Mummy, for trainer Mike Maker.
Yeah, I am going to take a swing with Inca Mummy out there. I'm concerned about the outside post, but I like that recent bullet work on her tab, and I think Luis Saez is the type of rider who can hustle her out of there and work out a trip. As I said, I have high hopes for that young sire Sharp Azteca. I like the classy pedigree cross this filly is bred on. Behind her, I would use, that horse to beat Graham and a couple of the first-time starters, including the filly who's your top pick.
Yeah, that's the 4, Being Betty. I liked her dam, Lady Joan. She was a really good stakes-winning turf sprinter. I got to see her last workout. It was with an older filly from the Phil Serpy barn. And while she was being scrubbed on to keep up and fell behind on the gallop out, she did keep pace all the way through the wire. I'm looking for a good effort at a decent price, but I do respect the 2, Love Thyself. Like you, I think the Solominis are going to be okay on turf. And as we said, Graham's the horse to beat. Nicole's going 10-7-4-2. I'm going 4-2-7-5. In our Spa Baby race for Wednesday, July the 26th. It's the 3rd at Saratoga. Good luck.